Hey legends, I hope you're fantastic. Today we're going to be reacting to 2090s foods we want back.
Lunch
According
will
to the
never be
video.
the same.
Let's have a look.
Even though our parents tried hard to get us to eat vegetables, most kids in the 90s would rather munch on snacks. Let's admit it, 90s snacks were super tasty. To bring back memories, let's revisit our favorite foods and snacks from childhood. Some of these snacks from the 90s are still around today, while others are just fond memories. Remember the chocolatey Oreo O's and the yummy Gushers? They were among the favorites back then, and they're still enjoyed today.
Special
So
mentions.
join us as we explore the 20 famous snacks from the 1990s we want back.
Dunkaroos cookies!
Oh, really? Oh, what a big one to open with.
Amazing, Granny.
Oh, hell yeah. These were international, I think.
Number 1. Dunkaroos.
Oh,
Dunkaroos, a beloved snack from the 1990s, hold a special place in the hearts of many. Launched by Betty Crocker in 1990, Dunkaroos were a delightful treat consisting of small cookies accompanied by a tiny container of frosting embodying the playful snack culture of the 90s. The snack's concept was simple yet ingenious. Dip the cookies into the frosting before indulging.
oh man. This was just like the example of like a lower middle class lunchbox snack in Australia. Back when it existed, but I digress. Absolutely fantastic. I don't think they're around anymore, and I thought America had them still, but I guess you guys don't have them anymore either. This is going to be really, really surprising. The last time I saw Dunkaroos was actually in Thailand. Yes, they still have Dunkaroos. I know, right? Crazy. I don't know if it's owned by an Asian company or what. They still exist, just not in our home, unfortunately. Fantastic.
Each individual Dunkaroos package contained around 10 small cookies and a cubic inch of frosting, featuring cookies in various shapes, including a circle with an uppercase V in the center. Sadly, the original Dunkaroos were discontinued in 2012, leaving fans longing for their nostalgic taste. In a welcome comeback, Dunkaroos made a return in 2020, allowing a new generation to experience the joy of this iconic 90s snack.
Oh, right.
With its
Well, then
unique
they just
dunking
didn't
experience
disappear then.
and the familiar taste of childhood, Dunkaroos continue to be a cherished part of the famous snacks from the 1990s that we're thrilled to have back. As Dunkaroos take us on a nostalgic journey through the 1990s snack culture, the return of Gushers in 2020 promises another burst of fruity delight.
What's so shocking about Gushers' newest flavor? Oh, yeah!
Oh, what are these? I don't know if we had these in Aussie.
Number 2. Gushers. Gushers, those delightful fruit snacks, burst onto the scene in 1991 and quickly became a beloved treat, especially among kids. Created by Betty Crocker, these soft and chewy snacks were unique for their juicy center that literally gushed out when you bit into them.
Okay. So, we didn't actually have Gushers in Australia, but we had copycat versions of Gushers. I think at one point we had like the juicy centers for like Starburst at one point, and then a few other candies. We've had the impersonation, but not the original and the best. These do look pretty
Priced
good
at
though.
$2.19 per box in 1991, which is about $4.71 in today's money, each box contains 6 pouches with 9 individual Gushers in each. In 2020, Betty Crocker introduced a new twist with Galactic Fruit Gushers, featuring exciting flavors like Asteroid Apple and Berry Star Cluster.
More of a
To add to the
chocolate
fun,
and candy
they
person
included
these
a
days.
mystery flavor called Unidentified Flavored Object, inviting consumers to guess the taste and win cool prizes like sweatshirts, hats, blankets, pop sockets, and more. These nostalgic snacks from the 1990s continue to bring joy with their fruity explosion, making them a snack that many wish would make a comeback.
I would have loved them when I was 10, probably not so
Number
much
3,
now.
Fruit by the Foot.
Oh,
Fruit by the Foot was a super popular snack from the
Oh,
1990s
look at that.
we all miss. It was this long roll of chewy candy that felt like it went on forever when you unrolled it.
New flavor.
You guys in America are freaking spoiled. So I think we had the Uncle Toby's fruit roll-ups, which was our edition in Australia. But they were maybe, I don't know, if you unwrap them, like they basically came in a square. And so you could like move them around and turn them into different shapes and stuff. Or if you're really daring, you could shove. I would shove the whole thing in my mouth at once, basically, and just suck on it for about a half an hour. I'm surprised I still have teeth. But yeah, we used to get like this big sheet and we'd call it the fruit roll-up. And then I think we had a couple other no-name brands, which you'd get maybe a half a foot at most. But to have a whole foot of these things? Like, jeez. I mean, talk about spoiled.
Flavor Cakers fruit-flavored snacks. 2 kicking flavors on every roll.
General Mills made it, and it was part of the Betty Crocker brand. They started making it in 1991, and guess what? It's still around today.
Oh.
One of the coolest things about Fruit by the Foot was the paper backing. Sometimes they would print games, jokes, or fun facts on it, which made snacking even more fun.
Those things cost?
Back in the early 1990s, when you
cheap.
bought Fruit by the Foot, you'd get stickers as prizes. Kids loved collecting these stickers and sticking them on their lunchboxes to show off. Fruit by the Foot was not just a snack. It was like a mini party in your mouth with surprises and fun every time you opened one up. We definitely want this iconic 90s snack back in our lives.
I wonder
As
how much
you
they
unroll the
cost. Someone
nostalgia
tell
of Fruit
me.
by the Foot, have you
Down
ever
there.
wondered about another 90s lunchtime sensation? Let's explore the delightful
Ah.
world of Lunchables.
Okay.
Number 4. Lunchables. Lunchables, popular for the 1990s, offered pre-packaged, do-it-yourself lunch kits with various combinations. These included crackers and cheese, mini pizzas, chicken nuggets, small hot dogs, burgers, nachos, subs, and wraps, providing a customizable lunch experience.
This is such a fantastic idea, and apparently they disappeared. I don't know why they don't still do this. Again, in Australia, we had our own version just for the crackers and the dip. We had like Uncle Toby's little snack. There seems to be a pattern here. It seems like Uncle Toby's in Australia is copying a lot of the items that you had in America. But, you know, we had the crackers and the dip packs, like the mini ones. And then I think in the fridge aisle, you would get like some kind of Lunchable where you'd have some meat and the crackers and everything. But this kind of looks like a preserved kit that's just easy to put in the dry shelf or whatever. I think this is a fantastic idea. I don't know why something like this doesn't exist unless it's just a matter of not being able to keep the costs down. I don't know. But I would have loved these growing up.
Around 30 meal varieties, Lunchables ensured diversity, like the cracker combination, containing equal portions of crackers, meat slices, and cheese. They even created adult versions, deluxe and maxed out, offering more food, but these have been discontinued. The maxed out version had 40% more food than regular Lunchables. Lunchables extended beyond food, offering Capri Sun drinks, water, and desserts like Jell-O, pudding, Butterfingers, Reese's Cups, Oreos, and cookies. Number 5.
Get too much of a good
Surge.
thing.
Surge was a popular citrus-flavored soda from the 1990s that embodied the extreme sports and high-energy vibe of the decade. It was created by the Coca-Cola Company to compete with Pepsi's Mountain Dew, aiming to attract customers with its edgy marketing.
Surge, life's a scream.
I have people on the stream always asking me, did you ever drink Surge? Did you ever try Surge? I don't know if Surge was ever in Australia, but unfortunately I didn't have Surge. There's a lot of items on this list that I either had a variation of or I'm missing out on. I would recommend you guys tell me what the experience was like in the chat, because I'm happy to at least live vicariously through you guys. Especially since for the last 20 years, I've been drinking nothing but Diet Pop. Got to look after their health a little bit. So please tell me what it was like growing up, being a Surge kid.
Hey guys, that was pretty funny. Seriously.
Originally called Urge, Surge was first introduced in Norway in 1996 and quickly gained popularity.
Wasn't that long ago?
It was later rebranded as Surge when it hit the United States market in 1997. However,
thought it was older.
despite its initial success, Surge faced declining sales and was eventually discontinued in 2003 in most markets.
I mean, if
Many
you've already
people
got a
remember
citrus
Surge
drink in
fondly
Mountain
as
Dew,
a
I guess.
staple soda drink from the 1990s that they would love to see make a comeback.
Love the can.
Its unique citrus flavor and association with extreme sports and energy perfectly captured the spirit of the era.
This
As
looks
the
so
fizz of
grungy on the
Surge
label.
fades into nostalgia, the question is, what other iconic snacks from the 1990s await rediscovery? Butterfinger BBs, a bite-sized delight, unfolds a tale of sweet cravings. Number 6, Butterfinger BBs.
Okay, so I have had a Butterfinger before. I think it's absolutely delightful. We don't sell them in Australia by default, but thankfully we have a lot of American candy stores here, so I definitely know how famous the Butterfinger is. I couldn't wait to try it. Love it. Very rich. But I've never had any variations of the Butterfingers, so let's have a look here.
One beloved snack from the 1990s that many wish to see return is Butterfinger BBs. These were mini versions of the classic Butterfinger candy bar, providing a perfect bite-sized option for snacking without committing to a whole bar.
It reminds me of that episode of The Simpsons where Homer's like, the secret to rationing is to take teeny tiny bites and then all of a sudden he eats all the rations. I'm like that with chocolate bars as well. You can give me BBs all you want. In about half a minute, the whole packet's going to be gone. Nice try, though. Nice try.
Manufactured by the Ferrara Candy Company, a subsidiary of Ferrero, the original Butterfinger consists of a crunchy peanut butter core coated in a chocolatey layer. Since it lacks cocoa butter, it can't be called chocolate. Butterfinger BBs were a unique spin-off, resembling marbles in size and sharing shelves with treats like Whoppers and Maltzers. Advertised by The Simpsons, these BBs were unfortunately discontinued in 2006. However, due to popular demand, they made a comeback in 2009 as Butterfinger Bites. The nostalgia for these 1990s snacks is fueled by the joy of their original taste and the fun of their bite-sized format.
Graham crust outside, real fruit inside. More Jeeves, and make it snappy. To the crew, Pop-Tart snack sticks rule.
Number 7. PopTarts Snack Sticks.
So I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that people love Pop-Tarts so much that they wanted to have it maybe in a way that was appropriate outside of breakfast. But I could understand why this probably wouldn't have worked out, because I feel like whether you want them for breakfast or you want to snack on them, the regular Pop-Tarts are just fine how they are. In Australia, we only get a few flavors actually distributed here, unless again you go to an American candy store, but I've tried like at least a half a dozen flavors in recent times. And I mean, yeah, I'm probably more likely gonna snack on them as it is rather than have them for breakfast in the first place. So, I mean, look, let's have a look.
One popular snack from the 1990s that many of us miss today is the Pop-Tarts Snack Sticks. Launched with excitement in 2002, these were a portable and snackable version of the classic breakfast tart, perfect for on-the-go munching. The idea was to make them an ideal after-school treat for kids. Unfortunately, the Snack Sticks journey was short-lived, as they were discontinued in 2003. It seems that kids back then found the original Pop-Tarts good enough for on-the-go snacking, leading to the demise of the Snack Sticks.
Exactly what I said before, but I will play devil's advocate here. The smaller version at least is good for kids so they don't spoil their dinner. But
despite their brief stint, many still remember the convenience and tasty appeal of these portable snacks. As the era of Pop-Tart Snack Sticks comes to an end, we can't help but wonder about the next iconic 90s snack. What delights await in the colorful world of Squeeze-Its? Let's find out.
Squeeze-It fruit drink. So much fun, kids can't wait to get their hands on it.
Number 8. Squeeze-Its. Squeeze-Its were a popular and fun drink in the 1990s. Created by General Mills, these colorful plastic bottles filled with fruit-flavored juice captured the hearts of many from 1985 to the middle of 2001.
I don't know if they were called the same thing or something different in Australia, but I'm actually really thankful for this video today because I completely forgot about this. Like, it's amazing. This video has just triggered like these memories all of a sudden of this weird plastic fruit drink that I used to always have up until about the age of 10. That if it wasn't for this video, it would have just slipped out of my head for it. I remember these things, like the different colored juices and the plastic bottles with the funny faces. I don't know if that's what it was called over here, but I had these.
The uniqueness of Squeeze-Its lay in the fact that you had to squeeze the plastic bottle to enjoy the tasty beverage inside, giving it its playful name. These drinks didn't just stop at being fruity. They also had special editions, one of which included color pellets. With this edition, drinkers could drop these pellets into the bottle, magically changing the color of their Squeeze-It. The bottles even had faces on them, adding a touch of personality to the whole experience.
I tell you what, parents in Australia would have absolutely hated these though, because you know, like the green and the red and everything, those colors in the food dye or whatever, they make kids in this country go absolute batshit crazy, hey.
Though Squeeze-Its
Rotten Todd and
disappeared for a
Simpsons.
while, they made a comeback in stores from mid-2006 to mid-2007 and again in 2011 and 2012, proving that the nostalgia for these iconic 90s snacks remains strong.
Yeah.
Number 9.
Oh, no way!
Ring Pops were a beloved candy accessory in the 1990s and became a trendy treat.
This is a scary coincidence. As time of recording, we were talking about Ring Pops on the earlier stream today. And I had a story about the Ring Pops. I experienced these probably in about 1992. It's the only time I remember having them. It was the first time I was at camp. I remember all the bigger kids bought them at the kiosk first because I think they're only like 40 or 50 cents Australian at the time. And then I'd always get left over with the watermelon flavor because that's the one that people didn't want.
Oh my gosh, look.
These are cool. These were gimmicky, but it was fun for the time, man. What a great memory. Ring Pops.
These fruity lollipops came in a unique wearable form, a plastic ring with a big, colorful hard
Bling,
candy
bling,
jewel.
bling, bling.
Initially featuring only cherry and grape flavors, Ring Pops later delighted taste buds with a variety of options like blue raspberry, strawberry, watermelon, lime,
There you
and
go, the
apple.
watermelon one.
Kids in the 90s loved flaunting these vibrant and flavorful rings on their fingers. The candy's popularity soared, and it became a must-have snack for many. Manufactured by Bazooka Candy brands, Ring Pops added a fun and delicious element to childhood snacking. Though introduced earlier,
man,
their
memories.
charm endured through the 90s, creating sweet memories for those who enjoyed these iconic treats. As the 90s kids savored the fruity delights of Ring Pops on their fingers, another clear sensation emerged. Crystal Pepsi, with its unique transparency, captured hearts and palates alike.
You know, I don't really remember drinking this. I probably had it once or twice, but I do remember going to the carnival, the Eka we call it here, and seeing it in like glass fridges and stuff. Somewhere between 1989 and 1991 was when I remember seeing Crystal Pepsi. It's the only time I remember it in Australia. Probably in the United States, you might have brought it back a couple times. I don't know. I don't know if it was any good. I thought it was a cool gimmick, but I never supported it, so no wonder it failed. But continuing on.
I'll get a free 2-liter of Crystal Pepsi with any 2 medium one-topping pizzas for $11.99, only from Pizza Hut.
Yes, we have it.
Oh, yes, we have Crystal Pepsi. No, we don't.
Number 10. Crystal Pepsi. Crystal Pepsi, a clear version of the classic Pepsi Cola, was a beloved snack from the 1990s that people are eager to see return. Produced by PepsiCo, it gained immense popularity during its short time on the market from 1992 to 1994
I've got my days
in the
close.
United States and Canada.
Okay.
This unique soda captured the attention of consumers due to its crystal clear appearance, different from the traditional brown color of cola drinks. Despite its brief presence, Crystal Pepsi left a lasting impact on pop culture. Many fans of Crystal Pepsi fondly remember its distinct taste, which was described as similar to regular Pepsi, but with a lighter and less acidic flavor since it lacked caramel coloring. Throughout the mid-2010s, there were limited re-releases spurred by online campaigns, satisfying the craving of nostalgic fans. Crystal Pepsi's popularity even extended to the United Kingdom and Australia during its brief international appearances.
I don't know why it failed, to be honest. I mean, at least logically for me, having a flavor of Pepsi, but something that's a little bit lighter, less acidic, less food coloring, but still getting the taste, it doesn't sound like such a bad option to me. I know soon after this, we started getting some other things like Pepsi Max and all that, and the rest is history, but yeah, I don't know, it's a shame. Sometimes common sense ideas just don't work out.
Number 11. Warheads.
Oh, bro. I mean, what we still do the warheads for challenges and stuff. I won't stop the video too much. I'm just getting so excited. This is triggering my nostalgia funny bone right now. But I remember in the 90s, you didn't just get the sour ones, you would get the hot ones. And they were discontinued in the very early 90s in Australia. I think because the kids kept unwrapping them and putting them in the candy bowl and trying to trick their teachers and getting their teachers to eat it and stuff. It seems like every time in Australia we get a spicy candy, it always gets discontinued soon after because some new parent ruins it for the rest of us. But, yes, we only got the sour ones now.
Warheads, once known as Mega Warheads, emerged as a wildly popular sour candy during the 1990s. Manufactured by Impact Confections in Janesville, Wisconsin, these tangy treats gained fame
Not gonna
for
talk
their
about the hot
extreme
ones?
sour flavor. Marketed as a daring challenge,
No.
Warheads became a sensation among kids who competed to endure the intense sourness the longest. The candy's name is inspired by the idea that the sour experience is comparable to a real warhead exploding in one's mouth.
Did you guys not get the spicy warhead? I still remember the flavors to this day, I think. The spicy ones, I think, came in purple and red. So I'm going to assume one was like a spicy grape and the other was either like a spicy strawberry or raspberry. And again, I remember them in like 1992, 1993. You could get them for like 5 or 10 cents each at the milk bar, the corner store. And then they disappeared. And then ever since the last 3 decades, we've had like the sour ones. Let me know, guys.
Wally Warhead, the brand's mascot, portrays a boy with puckered lips and a miniature mushroom cloud above his head. Warhead's extreme sourness, attributed to citric acid, often elicited strong reactions, making them particularly popular among youngsters. The candy's taste is prolonged by malic acid coated in hydrogenated palm oil.
For the teeth,
As a memorable candy from the 1990s, Warheads continues to be remembered fondly for the thrilling challenge they presented to daring taste buds. As the tangy legacy of Warheads fades, a new snack emerges from the flavorful haze of the 1990s. Curious about the next crave-worthy treat? Let's delve into the puffed-up world of Doritos 3D.
Introducing Doritos 3Ds.
A whole new shape that begs to be eaten.
In very loud ways.
I don't know if it's this actual brand that I had, but I do remember in the mid-90s, there was kind of like, sort of like a 3D potato chip gimmick era happening here as well. I'm not going to like say the wrong brands just in case I get it wrong, but I do remember that there was like a little bit of a fatter phase here. But let's have a look.
Number 12, Doritos 3D. One popular snack from the 1990s that people fondly remember is Doritos 3D. These were a fun and puffed up version of the classic Doritos chip, offering a unique texture and snacking experience. Doritos itself is an American brand of flavored tortilla chips made by Frito-Lay, a part of PepsiCo. The idea for Doritos began at Disneyland, managed by Frito-Lay, and in 1966, Doritos became the first widely available tortilla chip in the United States. Doritos started with simple toasted corn flavor and expanded to include taco flavor in 1967 and the widely loved nacho cheese in 1972.
Nacho cheese, man, that's
over the years,
so incredibly,
Doritos introduced a wide range of flavors, each region having its unique options.
You guys in the United States, I can see the ranch flavor there. You guys are so obsessed with ranch sauce. Like, I think it's okay, but I can live without it. But you guys are like, ranch, 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 ranch. I'm like, gee, I don't see what the fuss is, eh?
Doritos 3D was a standout in the 1990s, providing a different snacking experience with its puffed-up shape. The brand's clever marketing, including memorable Super Bowl ads, added to its popularity. Additionally, the Doritos brand extended to products like taco shells at Taco Bell, showcasing its versatility and lasting impact on snack culture.
Yeah, nice
Number
memory.
13, Shark Bites.
Yeah.
Remember Shark Bites?
Nope.
They were those awesome fruit snacks in the shape of sharks that made snack time so much fun.
Now you can collect glow-in-the-dark shark toys.
Yeah, but you see, again, it just comes back to what I was saying before. It's like, I don't know if it's got to do with licensing or what. You know, obviously a lot of these things come out from international companies. Sometimes it might just be a North American company. But it seems like Australia always tastes like a similar idea that you guys have and then just remanufactures it over here themselves. Yeah, we did have these like fluorescent looking animal candies in the past. I only vaguely remember them, but it wasn't specifically the Shark Bites. Let's continue.
Boxes of Shark Bites fruit snacks.
These tangy treats came in various colors and flavors, making them a hit among kids in the 1990s. What made them extra special were the rare great white pieces and the even rarer pieces shaped like shark's teeth. The tiger shark was the king of these special pieces, adding to the excitement of
Rarity and
eating
candy.
them.
You could get Rarity.
Although Shark Bites still exist today, they're not quite the same as they used to be. The colors, texture, and flavors have been changed, leaving fans of the original snack feeling a bit disappointed.
Yeah, and that's happened a lot in Australia. I won't go specifically into too many snacks, but for example, we've got a very famous snack here called the barbecue-shaped biscuit snacks. And most of Australia mourned the day about a decade ago when they changed the recipe. So, my friends in America, I know how you feel.
Despite this, Betty Crocker has confirmed that Shark Bites are still being made and they can be hard to find in stores. Thankfully, they're available for purchase online if you're craving a taste of nostalgia. As the memories of Shark Bites fade into nostalgia, what happened to other beloved snacks like Magic Middles? Number 14, Magic Middles.
New
Is it chocolate and like shortbread?
Try one. Wow! Crisp cookie outside, luscious melted chocolatey filling
Oh,
Magic Middles were the yummy snacks in the 1990s that brought joy to many with their soft cookies and gooey chocolate centers. Imagine biting into a cookie and finding a surprise, a warm chocolatey filling that melts into your mouth. The original flavor was shortbread, introduced in a memorable 1989 commercial. Soon, chocolate chip and peanut butter versions followed in 1990, expanding the delight.
yeah. Look, I've had this product and many, many times. As when I say this product, I mean like the cookie with like sort of like the Nutella in the middle. I don't know what it was called. I just have a funny feeling it wasn't the same, but I've eaten this product and I wish I knew where to get it because this would really hit the spot right now. This is the type of cookie I find absolutely divine. The choc chip cookie, but loaded with chocolate in the middle. That's heaven to me.
By 1991, Magic Middles had become so popular that Keebler released Mini Middles, a bite-sized version of the treat. Fans couldn't get enough of the
Again,
gooey
what's with the
centers that
bite-sized
oozed
nonsense?
out of the freshly baked cookies. Unfortunately, despite its popularity, Magic Middles disappeared from shelves, leaving fans longing for its return.
Yes, we need more of those. They
Number
look fantastic.
15, Bubble Tape.
Oh, yes.
Bubble Tape, a snack from the 1990s,
Aha.
was a unique and fun creation by William Wrigley Jr. Company.
Fuck yeah.
Introduced in 1988,
Such
it
great
gained
memories
immense
here.
popularity in the early 1990s.
6 feet of bubble tape coming soon in a new dispenser pack.
My grandmother used to give me these. So I remember I used to either get these, I think, at the Kmart. Yeah, Kmart's still a thing in Australia, if you can believe. Or I think Crazy Clark's or some other discount store. I remember it would come in either, I think, the pink here, but I think there may have also been a green one. I can't remember. I mainly just got the pink one anyway. And again, I mean, I found it quite amusing to get the whole thing and shove it all in my mouth at once. So the whole point is you're supposed to have 6 feet of gum that lasts for an eternity. No, not me. I don't use it in its intended purpose. I'd shove the whole damn thing in my mouth immediately.
For you, not them.
The special thing about Bubble Tape was its innovative packaging, a tape dispenser-like container that held 6 feet of bubble gum. This design allowed kids to tear off custom-sized pieces of gum, making it a playful and interactive snack. Market success was fueled by clever marketing directly targeting preteen children with slogans like, "It's 6 feet of bubble gum, for you, not them," playfully referring to parents and adults. At its peak, over 1 million bubble tape containers were manufactured weekly, showcasing its widespread appeal.
Yeah. Around
The snack's
94 to
popularity
96
waned over
for me,
time,
I think.
but its memory remains etched in the nostalgia
Yeah.
of those who enjoyed
Oh,
the quirky
man.
and delightful experience of unraveling 6 feet of bubble gum.
Hubba Bubba used to be
As
so
the
popular
bubble tape
here.
memories fade away, now brace yourself for a breakfast adventure with Oreo O's, a sweet journey through time.
The outrageous taste that's part of this good
Yeah, that might be a bit too much. I'll probably stick with the Honey O's, a little bit more subtle.
Number 16, Oreo O's. Oreo O's, a breakfast cereal, took the delicious taste of Oreo cookies and brought it to breakfast tables. Introduced in 1997 by Post Cereals, the cereal featured O-shaped pieces with the iconic Oreo flavor. Initially created by an Ogilvy and Mather NYC advertising employee, it gained popularity for its unique concept.
Yeah, you know, they kind of look like Fruit Loops, but with chocolate instead of fruit. I mean, I could just tell already looking at this, the texture would be absolutely amazing. But again, I just know my tastes have evolved. I mean, as a kid, I'd eat this. I'd be heaven on earth. Now, probably would be a little bit too much.
In 2001, Oreo O's underwent a recipe change, incorporating real cream filling to enhance its taste.
Not again.
The cereal faced discontinuation in 2007, except in South Korea, where it remained available. However, in May of 2017, there was exciting news for fans as Post Cereals announced the revival of Oreo's production, bringing back the nostalgic treat. With its distinctive Oreo taste and the addition of variations like extreme cream taste Oreo O's with Oreo filling flavored marshmallows.
Oh.
Number 17, pizza rolls. Remember those delightful pizza rolls in the 1990s?
Bite-sized they are.
They were mini bite-sized pizzas encased in a crispy shell, and they quickly became a must-have snack for after-school hangouts and parties.
What a great freaking idea. Like, we got the pizza pockets here, and to be honest, I think the pizza pockets are overrated, not to digress too much, for a couple reasons. One, I feel like there's way too much flour, not enough filling. And two, I mean, I gorge my food, you know what I mean? I could never wait for them to cool down, so every time I bite into a pizza pocket, I give myself third-degree burns. But geez, and we also have the party sausage rolls. That was our big after-school party snack. But these, like, pizza rolls, well, what a great freaking idea. I mean, I don't know if we had them in Australia, but I don't remember them, only the pizza pockets.
Big pizza taste in a bite-sized roll.
Oh, they look incredible. They look pretty generous on the filling, too.
Totino's pizza rolls.
They look great.
Imagine crescent roll dough wrapped around a savory blend of sauce, cheese, and toppings, all baked until they reached a perfect golden brown.
Little mini calzones.
These miniature pizzas offered a fun and unique twist on the classic pizza flavor, making them an instant hit with both kids and adults alike. Pizza rolls were not just a snack, they were a sensation. Whether you were craving a quick bite after a long day of school or needed a crowd-pleasing appetizer for a gathering, pizza rolls were always there to satisfy your hunger and tickle your taste buds. From pizza pasta to pizza muffins, pizza-inspired snacks were all the rage back then. But nothing quite captured the hearts and appetites of snack enthusiasts like those beloved pizza rolls of the 1990s. As the memories of savoring those delectable pizza rolls from the 1990s fade, a new craving emerges. Imagine sinking your teeth into crunchy, cheese-infused balls like Planters cheese balls.
Ah! Out of a tin, though. That's interesting. Not out of a full pack.
They're Planters.
Out of a tin.
Number 18, Planters cheese balls. Planters cheese balls were the ultimate cheesy delight from the 1990s, leaving snack enthusiasts craving more. These crunchy, addictive cheese-infused balls were a classic treat from the iconic Planters brand. Imagine the joy of biting into a cheesy explosion with every crunch. That's what Planters cheese balls offered.
Yeah, look, we had cheese balls in Australia too. Absolutely loved them back in the day. I don't know if it was the same brand. It may have been. But one thing I didn't like about cheese balls back in the day is you would cut like your back gums in the back of the mouth, you know what I mean? And so you'd be done with the cheese balls and like the skin from your back gums would be hanging. I know that sounds really gross, but any of you guys that have had like a cheesel type snack is going to know exactly what I'm talking about. And if not, well, I am just a weirdo then.
Unlike ordinary cheese balls, these were a snack time game changer. The texture combined the satisfying crunch of puffs with an irresistible umami cheddar flavor. One couldn't resist the temptation of indulging in these cheesy delights. A distinctive feature was the orange dust left on your fingers after enjoying these treats, a mark of the flavorful experience. Nostalgia hits hard for those who fondly remember the 1990s, and the desire for the return of Planters cheese balls remains strong. Number 19, Handy Snacks. Handy Snacks were a popular snack from the 1990s that many people miss today. They came in packs with crackers and cheese dip, perfect for a quick and tasty snack. The cheese dip was creamy and smooth, with a slightly salty flavor that paired perfectly with the crunchy crackers.
Yeah, look, I touched on this a little bit earlier in the stream. Look, you know what? Kraft Company, absolutely massive in Australia as well. But the big cracker and cheese snack I remember was the snack. I think that was Uncle Toby. Now, if I'm incorrect, please let me know. I think we still have them to this day. But yeah, you'd get maybe like 3 crackers, and then you get your choice of cheese dip. You know, you could have regular cheddar cheese or like French onion and things like that. It was a very, very popular lunchbox filler for me. probably between like the late 80s, early 90s, and mid 90s. Like they did a big ad campaign and everything. The only thing for me was I never felt they were satisfying because I'm a big pig when it comes to food, and they weren't necessarily cheap anyway. But let's see how this went.
Let's go. You made it.
Kids love them because they're fun. Moms love handy snacks because they're made with the goodness of real cheese from Kraft.
The crackers themselves were light and crispy, providing a satisfying crunch with each bite. What made Handy Snacks unique was the little red stick included in each pack.
Oh.
This stick was used for spreading cheese dip onto the crackers,
Oh,
making
that's
it an
handy.
interactive snacking experience.
That's a really good idea because on ours we didn't get the stick. And so it was always annoying. You'd have like little bits of cheese left in the corners where you couldn't dip the cracker, you know what I mean? And so you'd stick your thumb in and do it. But I mean, it was a little bit low-key annoying. That's a fantastic idea.
Visually, Handy Snacks were appealing too. The cheese dip was a vibrant orange color, while the crackers were a golden brown. The packaging was colorful and eye-catching, making it stand out on store shelves. As you savor the memories of Handy Snacks' vibrant orange cheese dip and golden brown crackers, what other iconic 90s snack awaits in a sweet surprise? Let's explore the delectable world of zebra cakes.
Little Debbie's. We don't have that brand here.
Zebra cakes. One iconic snack from the 1990s that we all crave to have back is the zebra cakes.
Oh, but I've eaten those, though.
Feature soft and fluffy yellow cakes filled with an irresistible cream filling, all encased in a smooth layer of white icing with playful, colorful stripes.
Dude, I swear Australia has copied all these different cakes, hey. I remember we used to have the snacky cakes as well, which had the icing on top, the sponge, and then the cream in the middle. Kind of like a Twinkie, but like in a cake form or a muffin form, you know what I mean? So we've definitely stolen all these ideas in some way, shape, or form. And you know, the zebra icing, we usually get those on top of vanilla slices at the bakery. So you'd have the zebra icing, and then you'd have like the vanilla cream, and then like sort of like a wafer of pastry and stuff. But, yeah, no, it's a little bit different. It's a bit more spongy.
Zebra cakes bring a nostalgic sweetness to our taste buds. Packaged individually, the Little Debbie vending zebra cake is a convenient snack.
We did have similar
perfect for vending machines, hospitals, lodging, colleges, universities, business, and industry settings, as well as transportation, caterers, and micro markets. Each cake is neatly wrapped, displaying its calorie information on the front for those mindful of their intake.
That's gonna make it different.
With its distinct flavors and unique appearance, zebra cakes have become a cherished part of the 1990s snack landscape, leaving us longing for the return of this zany and delicious treat.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what other forgotten snacks you would have liked to have seen on the list down below. We'll see you on the next video, everybody.